Person stumbles into an open mic with a new poem they want to share. Person is super nervous and still looking for their unique voice. Person performs poem and enjoys the feeling of being on stage. Person performs a few more times and gets good feedback from the crowd. Host of struggling event sees this person, asks them to do a feature set. Person is shocked. Person has never been paid to perform before. Person doesn't even consider themselves a poet yet. Person has no idea what a feature is, but agrees without any questions. Person scrambles to figure out what poems to perform during set. Person sees their face on the flyer. Person sees the flyer online. Person sees the likes under the flyer. Person imagines that these people will show up to the feature set. Person imagines the crowd and person imagines their response. Person arrives to the venue too nervous to hear the other poems. Never realized the butterflies in the stomach could be so loud. The host reads the person's bio. The crowd shows love in advance. The person does a poem, then another poem, then some more poems. Finally, the set comes to an end. Person feels relieved to get over the nervousness that had been building up. Person looks up at the crowd, takes in the moment for a few seconds. In the few seconds between the last poem and reaching their seat, the ego slides into the room. Ego tells the person, we done made it now. The person still hasn't found their unique voice. Person is no longer a person. Person is now a featured poet. The ego is proof. The ego is the proof. Featured poet stops signing the open mic list. Ego is too big to be held by a list. Featured poet shows up halfway through the event, but yo, give me a good spot. Featured poet don't even get nervous on stage no more. Featured poets say they so tired of you requesting that poem. Featured poet does the poem anyway, since y'all asked. Featured poet forgot how it feels to have a new poem they want to share. Featured poet is now more concerned with impressing the crowd. Featured poet is now more concerned with you capturing the right angles. Featured poet needs to get the follower count up to feel relevant out here. Featured poet begins to sound formulaic. Ego says it ain't the poem, it's the crowd. Featured poet blames the crowd. Featured poet gon' voluntarily run it back cause y'all missed that line. I said featured poet gon' voluntarily run it back cause y'all missed that line. Featured poet be searching for the love they got that one time. The snaps and the claps and the likes and the emojis and the follows and the recognition and the attention creates a high, a wave to ride, a peak to climb to, a state of ecstasy within the mind. Featured poet takes that high all the way home, shares the high with the ego, shares the high with the ego cause ain't nobody else gonna feel it like I feel it, you know. And I want to feel that high as often as possible to the point that it's only about that high. Featured poet can't seem to hit that high like they used to. Featured poet enjoys poetry but ain't in love with it no more. The ego tells the poet to be bitter towards the scene instead of looking inward. Featured poet stops performing. Featured poet can't find the person they used to be. Poetry community ask on a regular basis, yo, what happened to that person? They mention nothing of the featured poet. The crowd misses the person. Featured poet found another passion but don't really do the poetry thing no more. Meanwhile, a person stumbles into an open mic with a new poem they want to share.